Yo, welcome back to a new video. Guys, it's Tuesday already. The spoilers for Black Clover's next chapter, 322, comes out tomorrow. Guys, last week's chapter ended with Asta moving forward in his final limits to the very best that he can push towards Yuno, because he just could not live with the fact that Yuno is surpassing his limits and Asta's like dead on the floor. But before we jump into my predictions on what's going to happen next week's chapter, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. This video also, like every other week, has predictions from a lot of different people. So if you want to be included in these videos, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe and join Discord. We do this every single week. And with that being said, let's just jump straight into this video. Jumping straight into it, as I mentioned before, last week's chapter was a little wild. It ended with Asta pretty much surpassing every limit he ever has and managed to stand up. Now, the same can't be said for Libe, who is very much dead on Asta's shoulder. Now, he's obviously not dead. I'm being a little exaggeratory. Keep that in mind. And you can see the anti-magic spiraling out of Asta, but that's not the point. The point is what is going to happen next week. Well, obviously, Mereoleona and Yuno are not going to give up. Mereoleona especially has now actually surpassed her limits to a point where she is now able to damage Lucifero, albeit a little bit, very, very minuscule, but Lucifero is now wary of Mereoleona's power. And I feel like this is kind of the same way that Xenon saw Asta and how he tried to kill Asta before Asta became afraid. I feel like in the next couple chapters, since there are 3 to 4 chapters left of this volume, Lucifero is going to see Mereoleona as a threat, and remember, everything he sees as a threat, he actually tries to kill, and that's why he's currently trying to kill Asta. So I think, honestly, one of the captains we could be losing very shortly could be Mereoleona Vermilion. To be honest, her story is somewhat finished. She doesn't want to become captain. She doesn't want to become Wizard King. It wouldn't make sense for Fulguelion to die, because then Mereoleona would have to take charge, which she doesn't want to. It doesn't kind of make sense for Nozel to die, since Tabata already predicted that Nozel's going to become the next Wizard King. So honestly, if we are going to see a captain death outside of Yami and William, which we'll get to in a minute, Mereoleona, as I've been reading a lot of your comments, is your top pick for somebody who could potentially die in the next few chapters. Not only Mereoleona, the title of this video includes Yami, is because I want to finally see Yami and William. If Asta has managed to surpass his limits and managed to get up, at this point it's kind of questionable why Yami and William have not yet gotten up. So since this chapter coming up, 322, is the last 3 or 4 chapters of the volume, which means the volume is either going to end on 324 or 325, I am definitely expecting Captain Yami Tsukihiro and William Vengeance to finally get up. I feel like it's going to be Mereoleona, Yami, Asta, William, and Yuno who are going to be the main ones to fight against Lucifero. Now, at the end of the day, I've been saying this for the longest time that I don't know how this arc is going to end. This arc has been very, very... You could call it predictable, but at the same time, it's not been predictable. Like, you can tell how some of the fights are going to go, but at the end of the day, you still don't know how the fights are going to go. And this fight especially... Like, you know for a fact Yuno's not going to die. You know, like at the end of the day, Asta's going to come back to life, even if he does die. But what you don't know is how. How is that going to happen? And even if they do manage to land a blow onto Lucifero, something that a lot of us have looked past and not really mentioned that much, because at the end of the day, we just don't know that much about, is the second gate devil. Now, we still don't even know this dude's name. Like, this dude is literally just chilling in the corner, eating popcorn, not giving a shit about what's going on. He's literally just the Sakuna. Like, if we didn't know he was the second gate devil, you would actually think he's the real Lucifero. Now, wouldn't that be a plot twist? Wouldn't that be a plot twist if that devil actually turns out to be Lucifero, and Lucifero's only the second gate devil? Now, that would be a funny plot twist, because I always predicted Lucifero to be this 5-foot midget, but that's probably not what's going to happen. It's just he's too relaxed, especially now that Lucifero took a hit from Asta. I would have expected him to already make a move, but the fact that he hasn't yet is a little sus to me. I don't know if that's sus to you. Tell me in the comment section what you think of this guy, because I don't know, and I don't know where Tabata is going with this. But anyway, in this video, guys, I asked you guys on Discord to give me your predictions on what you think is going to happen in this upcoming chapter of Black Clover, chapter 322. Now, over on Discord, I picked over, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people: Killwest, Dark Helms, Archon, and Tay. Thank you guys so much for your predictions. Let's just jump straight into them. So Killwest predicts Liebe and Asta have a dialogue. Asta goes into Union. New power. Chapter is basically fighting Lucifero, but we see what's happening to the other people. I'm actually happy that Killwest also predicts that that you guys also predict that we need to see other people. Like, all of the Black Bulls right now are missing. I'm still expecting big stuff from Leopold. Yo, hello? Where is Leopold? Charmy? Question mark? Come on, man. Charmy, get up. Eat Lucifero's gravity. One-shot Lucifero. Dark Helms predicts Yuno is still fighting. He uses Cortella's scum shield, and Lucifero breaks through it. Then Yuno uses Conjunction to dodge the attack. Conjunction is the star attacks. Yuno is seen fighting using Cortellum Whip, which he used against Xenon. The other captains are watching Asta as he walks towards Lucifero. They realize they need to continue helping. Liebe wakes up as Noel and the others come in and join the fight. Chapter ends with everyone wanting to help Asta as he's ready to fight. Now, that could be a very interesting fight. That Asta is just on a straight path. If anybody interferes, Asta dies. So everybody just, like, does their best to help Asta reach Yuno versus Lucifero. That could be where we're going, because at the end of the day, there should be a few other devils around. I'm not entirely too sure. This is a pretty interesting theory. I don't exactly know if the exact spells are going to be in it. It's kind of interesting theory. But anyway, Apriston says Sekke notices Lucifero going to kill Asta, then remembers what Nock told him. He then says, all this time I've been a complete failure as a magic knight. I like this theory, but this is something I can do by make up for my failures, sacrificing myself for the truest magic knight out there. Then maybe a couple more panels of Sekke reflecting of his time as a magic knight that we haven't seen, that Sekke gets killed and his final words will be, Asta, you better become Wizard King. Damn. That's a good prediction, because Nock did tell Sekke to sacrifice himself, and at the end of the day, I don't think Sekke is going to die. Like, Sekke probably is the lowest chance of death, if I'm honestly being honest with you. The death flags from last week's chapter are more for Asta than Sekke, because Asta will not let Sekke sacrifice himself, but I'm actually really interested if Tabata does go with this path. Archon says Yuno and Merio keep Lucifero at bay. We get an Asta flashback or just his thoughts in his mind right now. Maybe even a conversation with Liebe. Chapter ends with Asta surpassing his limits. Yo, a lot of people on Twitter I've been reading want Asta to finally say, not giving up is my magic. Like, he hasn't said it in about like 100 or so chapters. I think the last time he said it is like during the, I think he said it during the Zagrid fight, where Nero pushed Asta, and Asta's like, yeah, not giving up is my magic, or some shit like that. So it's been quite a while, and it would be a pretty good reminiscence of the past. Tay comes in and says, oh, well, Yuno is fighting Lucifero. Asta makes his way closer and closer to the fight. Asta somehow recalls a memory of Lucida from when he was just a baby. Yuno gets distracted by Asta, and Lucifero tries to land and get hit on Asta, leading to Sekke sacrificing himself. Damn. Seems like a lot of you really want Sekke to kick the bucket. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's our boy Sekke. He's been with us for so long. Unironically, somehow ends up in every single arc. Which is kind of funny how Sekke keeps doing that. He was in the Underwater Temple arc because he was sitting outside on the beach when Veto killed everyone. He was in the arc where Asta saves the children because he's the person Noel called and asked for the captains to come help. He was in the first arc. Obviously, he was in the second. I don't think he was in the second arc. No, he wasn't in the second arc where they went to that village. Where else was he? He was in the tournament arc because he was on Langris's team. That shit was hilarious. Langris, Fragile and Sekke were on the same team. He was in the Elf arc because he saved the king's life. And now, obviously, he's in the Raid of the Spade arc. So, yo, Sekke's been fucking everywhere, dude. This dude needs to, yo, fuck it. Just kill him already. Anyway, what do you think is going to happen in Black Clover's next upcoming chapter 322? Leave your comments down in the prediction section below. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.